I'm Grump. And I'm the Game Grump.
Hey, welcome back. It's me, and I'm talking about my Wikipedia page. Holy fuck, it's Wikipedia time. I'm going through to seeing if things are right, and so far it's been pretty accurate. And I'm just telling stories about whatever's here. So yeah, let's leave off let's go where we left off. So in 2012, Hansen provided his voice for the game Detective Grimoire, a Kickstarter project which was successfully funded August 3rd, 2012. I actually didn't know it was a Kickstarter project. Wow. Yeah, that was a great project. The Super Flash Brothers, who made Detective Grimoire, there it is, look at that. They also made Snipper Clips. But they used to make Flash cartoons on Newgrounds, and that was my first voice role ever. Was in a Super Flash Brothers production. It was the decline of video games. I was like this voice of God announcer, and it was awful. The cartoon wasn't awful. My voice was awful. But I was super grateful to them that they gave me a chance, and they've been, they've been in my life pretty consistently. I don't talk to them super regularly, but like every so often we'll touch base, and I'm super happy for them with Snipper Clips, and I hope they have much more success in the future. But Detective Grimoire is rad. I got to voice like 3 different characters in that. There was the nerd guy. He's like,
my research on Swampy is...
and then there was Harper, who was like my horrible Russian accent. That was like, oh, I'm Harper. Oh, look at me. I can't do a Russian accent. Oh, it sounds fucking horrible. And then, fuck, was there another character that I was? Maybe it was those 2. Fuck, I can't remember. I think it might have just been 2 characters. But yeah, that was a great project, and a great game too. Hansen also provided his voice for Dragon Age Inquisition, told that story. Target acquired, that was just kind of a whatever. I liked Mega Man, it's sort of like Mega Man. Red vs. Blue, yes. Yeah, that was a fun little thing. I love Miles and Carrie, the writers of Red vs. Blue. I don't know if they are right now, but at the time they were, and they just were like, hey, get all the Grumps on. And I was like, all right. Cyanide and Happiness, oh yeah. I was Ted Bear in Cyanide and Happiness, and I was the man who could sit anywhere. And I love those guys. Whenever they ask me to do any more voices, I'm like, yes, of course, because they're always so cool about it. And Rick and Morty, yeah, they got me in for a session. It was really weird. I mean, it wasn't weird. It was weird. I was sitting in it was at Starburns, I believe. I was sitting in the waiting room, and I just heard it sounded like they were watching TV in there, and I was like, that's weird. And then the door opened and Nolan North came out, and I realized that was just Nolan North being Nolan North. Like, it sounded like TV because his voice is so fucking amazing that it just sounded like a TV show. So he just walked by me, and I was like, oh, there he is. But then I went in, and it was awesome because, Justin and I are friends. And so, he got me in there, and he was like, oh, you do this voice. Oh yeah, now do this voice. Now do this guy. And then he was like, oh man, who else can we get you to do, man? That'd be fucking, it was like fun. And then they were like, oh no, SAG rules is you can only voice 3 characters before they have to give you a pay raise. And he was like, fuck. Well, all right. And then that was it. So I could have been more characters in Rick and Morty if it weren't for the fucking union. So there's a hot little tidbit for you. A little piece of goss right there. Excuse me. Sorry. I drank and it went down the wrong pipe. As of 2016, Hansen is a regular on Cartoon Network's Mighty Magiswords. Jesus. Wow. That really knocked me out for a second. Okay. I think I'm good. Hansen is a regular on Cartoon Network's Mighty Magiswords, providing the voice of Gateau, the monosyllabic partner of Sorceress Morbidia, played by Mary Faber. I love Mary. She's such a sweetheart. Whenever it's cool because it's like we're like that duo in the show. So like whenever we show up together, we're like, it's you, we're partners. Which way? Anyway, but Gateau was pitched to me. The voice of Gateau, which is Gateau. Ooh, hello. He always repeats what Morbidia says, so she'll be like, I'm the strongest, and I'd be like, strongest. Anyway, he was, when Kyle was like, here's the voice I want you to do, he said it was, oh man, it was a combination of George Takei and, somebody else. Oh, god damn it, I can't remember now. But I just remember going through those videos and just being like, it's like this, oh yes. And I went in and did it, and he was like, perfect. And I was like, oh, fucking awesome, yay. So that's been, and he's sort of developed now, because I feel like I sort of started to make him a little whiny, because he's like, I mean, because he's written that way. But, so now it's like, oh, I'm Gateau. Like, he always kind of sounds like he's crying. But anyway, that's Gateau. He also plays many other recurring characters, such as Phoebe Croaks, yeah. Phoebe Croaks! Delivery Man Steve, which is just my normal voice.
Zonk! Oh, I'm Zonk. What's up?
And many other additional characters. Yes, many characters. Same deal with Magiswords. They like to use me as like additional characters guy. So whenever there's like Man 5 or whatever, they'll bring me in while I'm doing Gateau or whatever, and they'll be like, yeah, well, so here you go, up to 3 characters, so that there's no SAG pay raise or whatever. So I don't know if that's like a secret or whatever, or that's okay to be out there or whatever, but that's just how it is. According to series creator Kyle Carrozza, Hansen was originally approached for character design on the show, but he declined. What? Really? Whoa, is this substantiated? Although aware of his voice work, Carrozza wasn't aware of Hansen's SAG-AFTRA membership until he informed him, which led him to being cast on the show. Is that true? Wait, where is this from? The animated life episode, Magiswords creator. Is this like a YouTube video? Okay. Oh my god. Wait. Hold on. I just had to check my email to see if there was an old email. I guess he approached me in person for doing characters, because I don't remember being approached to do character design on the show, and I declined. Fuck. I might have just been too busy, but that's crazy. I don't remember that. But yeah, I guess he wasn't aware of my SAG-AFTRA membership until I told him, and then he was like, "Oh, I'll be cast on the show." That's great. Wow, that's nuts. All right, it's fucking news to me. I mean, it's not news to me, apparently. I was involved in all these conversations, but I don't remember that, so that's fucking crazy. 2016 was added as an announcer in Move or Die. Yes, that's me in Move or Die. I think it's just me doing the Move or Die, like that voice. There's a lot of stuff that wasn't... There's a lot of stuff that's not listed here. A lot of pilots. A lot of pilots that never got made. Which, you know, I'm super proud of, because they got produced, but, you know, they didn't get released or anything. Anyway, that's my voice acting. How about that? Let's see. GameGrumps. Ooh. In late July 2012, Hansen and his colleague John Jafari, known for his comedy web series JonTron, created a joint YouTube show called GameGrumps. That is correct. In late June 2013, Dan Avidan of the band Ninja Sex Party replaced Jafari when he left GameGrumps to focus on his own channel. On this show, Hansen and Avidan play video games and talk to an often comedic effect. Wow, thank you. That's a nice little aside there. Yeah, that's all accurate. Replaced Jafari when he left Ninja. Yeah, I mean, that's basically it. That is the gist of it, right? I always said when John and I were doing the show, I always said if John ever got sick or anything, I would get Dan to replace him temporarily, because he and I had like this weird, nice chemistry, and he was very scrappy, and he was trying to make something of himself in LA. He had just moved to LA, and we were pretty good friends, and me and John and Dan often did stuff together. I remember we had a big Vegas trip where we all went together, and that was super a lot of fun. But anyway, yeah, that's about the gist of it. Apart from the YouTube series, GameGrumps moved on to live performances at Hollywood Improv at late March 2016. I mean, yeah, we did 2 shows. I think that was 2 shows in one night, maybe? Completely sold out. The event led to... Yeah, it was sold out because it was like fucking 100 seats. The event led to future performances in New York and other locations on the East Coast. Well, more than that. So after the 2 improv shows, we did 4 shows in West Nyack, New York, at Levity Live. And then we decided to represent ourselves. And that's when Real Good Touring started. So after the Nyack shows, we went solo, and then we booked our own shows on the East Coast. And that was the East Coast tour, the first East Coast tour. And then we did shows all over. We did fucking Texas, we did Midwest, Portland, Seattle, Sacramento, Florida. We did 4 Florida shows. That was crazy. I don't know why we did that. But most of them sold out. It's like the Florida shows didn't all sell out because it was literally 4 shows in fucking Florida, and I don't know why. But yeah, and then we represented ourselves. It was Real Good Touring, and we just fucking awesome. Hey, if you're a YouTuber and you want to fucking tour a show, realgoodtouring.com. Contact us today. We got the best deal in the industry. All right, cool. But yeah, that's just I feel like there should be a tab about Real Good Touring about that, or at least some kind of blurb where it's like, after the East Coast tours, we decided that we didn't want to be represented by a typical touring company, so we made our own, and we created Real Good Touring. As me and Brent Lilly, we're co-owners of Real Good Touring. And then we toured ourselves. Anyway, so yeah, that's accurate. I mean, we did a bunch of shows. I'm trying to think if we did anything special with... We did Europe. We did that show Ready Player 3 with Jacksepticeye. So it was basically what GameGrumps Lives is, but with GameGrumps Lives. GameGrumps Live is, but with Jack. And we did 8 shows there, I think, in Europe, which was super fun. I mean, it was like one of the best experiences of my life. But yeah, collaborations. February 2012, Hansen appeared as a contestant on the Sony game show The Tester. That's true. During its 3rd season as a community-voted contestant, but was accused of using the show to promote himself. That was accurate. I joined as a joke. All right, there's 2 reasons I joined. One, okay, let me back up. The Tester was this show. It was kind of a bullshit show, but it had production behind it, and there were a lot of cool people that were in it. Adrian Curry was in it, who's super cool. Meredith Molinari, I'm sorry if I got your name wrong. She was great, super sweetheart. A lot of the people on the show were amazing. A lot of the crew was amazing. But it was, it was a reality show. I mean, let's just face it. But so the way that contestants got on was there was a contest online where you'd submit a picture of yourself and like a bio, and I did, and I was super active. Because I was just like, I fucking want to troll the shit out of this show, so I'm just gonna fucking type whatever, and I'm gonna tell my fans to blast it. And this is way pre-Game Grumps. I ended up being like always on the top. I think maybe I was fighting with somebody else for the top spot, but I was at the top. And the reason I joined, I think I've said this publicly before, but I'll say it again. The reason I joined was because there was a guy who I really didn't like and who was really mean to me, and he this is so fucking vindictive and horrible. I would never do this now. He submitted for it, and he was like, hey, all my friends, go vote for me. And they were like, yeah, we'll vote for you. And I was like, fuck this guy. I'm gonna join and I'm gonna beat him, and I'm gonna get on the show and fuck him. And I did. and it felt really good at the time, but I feel like kind of an asshole now. The complicated webs we weave. I'm sorry to that guy. I'm sure he has no fucking clue, and he doesn't give a shit who I am or even remember. or even realize that that was the case or who he is. But yeah, that was the one. But once I signed up and I started and I was really trolling the shit out of it. I mean, I was writing the stupidest shit in my bio, and there was all this like stuff where you could post things and to the board and just be really active on the website, and I was just so active and I was just trolling everybody. And then I got voted on, and I was like, yay! And I tried to troll the show. So anytime the camera was even close to me, I was just doing faces or whatever. And I remember specifically, like in the first episode, when they revealed what the prize was for the first challenge. It was a PSP or something, or PS Vita, and I just like had my arms folded, and like, everyone was like, "Whoa!" And I was like, yeah. And so you can like watch, and there's all these little moments where if you just watch me on the screen, I'm just like, I'm either fucking around or just, you know, doing not what they want me to do. Because I got so much footage of me doing that, and they, you know, they had to use it. Because that was the only footage they had. So that whole process was just me being a total dick. So I'm sure the fucking crew hated me, and that's why they wanted to kick me off. Because it seemed to me, and I don't want to be a conspiracy about it, but on that melon challenge, the one that I got voted off on, I'm pretty sure that we won that challenge. Because I can't remember if they illustrated this well, but I knocked out my targets instantly. Like, I got up there and I was just like, boom, boom, got it. And then the next people in line to shoot the melons out, I was like, this is how you do it. Just pull back all the way, just aim slightly above, and you got it. It's super easy. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna go get more melons. But they blasted me because they were like, why didn't you help your team shoot the melons? And I was like, I did, but you guys didn't choose to show that footage. And also, like, they're not fucking children. They can figure it out after shooting one damn melon. And also, I fucking showed them how. So, they definitely wanted me off the show, because I don't think they thought I was taking it seriously, and because I was probably making it difficult for the editors and for the story director. So, there's my tester story. And the reason I say I think we won is because we did it really fast, and then we had to get off, and then we could hear when the other team was going, and they were taking definitely way longer than we were. And there was no, like, visual timer. They just told us the time afterwards. So I personally think it was rigged. And 8-Bit Mickey, who was on the second season of The Tester, also came out and said that he thinks that one challenge was rigged. And he won that challenge. So, I don't know. When asked about his experience and whether or not he would do it again, he replied negatively. Well, there you go. Yes. I mean, I'm so happy I did that. And, you know, it was... Well, it was funny, too, because in the first episode, they fucking blasted me, right? They were like, you're only here to promote yourself, and this is bullshit, and we should kick you off right now, but we're gonna keep you on, because they wanted the drama, right? And after that, I was like, kind of bummed, and I was like, man, everyone fucking hates me on this show, like, I don't know if I want to do this anymore. So the second challenge, I didn't make any waves, and I was just kind of like, well, I'll just do the challenge, fuck it. But so, on the first night, they made me sleep on the couch, because they were like, we're keeping you on, but you should be kept off, so we're taking your bed. And I was like, all right, whatever. So I slept on the couch, and I talked to some of the crew who was out there, and made friends with them. But then on the second night, and after that challenge, I was just so bummed that, like, I'm pretty sure nobody liked me. And, like, I made friends with, like, Achilles and Christy, and, fuck, I forget his name. The kid who was amazing. He was in, like, the top 3 or something. Sanity? I don't remember his name. I'm sorry. But anyway, the second night, I slept on the couch again, and I didn't have to. Just because I was like, man, I just don't feel, like, included in the group. And then on the third episode, I got voted off, so whatever. But anyway, yeah, that was my experience. Hansen appeared as a contestant on the third season of the dance competition web series Dance Showdown alongside professional dancer Maxine Hupy. Hansen was announced the winner of the season. Yeah. Yes, that was a great experience. I actually loved that, and it was interesting because I think the director like got it because I didn't go on as a joke. They emailed me and they were like, "Hey, do you want to do this?" And I was like, "Kinda." Like I've always loved dancing. I've just never known how to do it. And it'd be great to go on a show and learn. So I went on the show and it was a great experience. Super fun. Love Maxine. But so here's what happened. Meeting Maxine was one of the first things that we did, and we had to do a couple takes of it. And then afterwards, I don't know if I've ever told this story, but afterwards, they pulled me aside for an on the fly, which means they just put a camera on you and start talking to you. And they were like, what did you think of Maxine? And I was like, oh yeah, she seems really nice, and like, I think we'll get along, and I think we'll do some good work. And they were like, oh yeah, but what'd you think of her? And I was like, I thought she was cool. She was really nice. And they were like, did you think she was hot? And I was like, of course she's very pretty, but I'm not gonna say that because I know you want me to, and I don't want to say I'm married, and I don't want to be viewed as someone who's like, she was fucking hot. And I don't want to be edited in that way. And they were like, all right, and they just like cut that, and I was like, uh-oh, I think they're gonna be frustrated with me, just like the tester was. But actually, they were like, okay, so he gets it. Like he's not gonna give us like the drama shit. So I actually think maybe that worked in my favor, because then they were like, okay, so he's gonna be really safe on camera, so maybe he's like a good like winner candidate, because they fucking decide that shit like way in advance on these reality shows. Because let's face it, I wasn't very fucking good. I wasn't a good dancer. I think it was just the story that was compelling, because I literally was like getting my left and right foots confused, and then by the end I was competently dancing. Whereas somebody like Lindsay Sterling, for example, she had a busy schedule, so she wasn't there for the whole shooting. It was like a week and a half of shooting, I think. I was there for the full time, and so we had, like a certain amount of time to learn the dances in advance, and then the competitions, the actually performing them was filmed later. But Lindsay wasn't there for like the first 4 days or something, so she had to learn like 3 routines in like a day and a half, and she did it, and she fucking destroyed it, and she didn't win. So I get it. They want the story. Lindsay was already a good dancer, and I presumably there was no improvement because she was already fucking a 10, right? But for me, it was like, oh, it was this story, and it was the coming of age, and I think I said on camera I was going to donate a lot of my winnings to charity, which I did. It was I used most of it to pay my taxes, and then the rest I just spent to charity. So I didn't get to buy like a computer or anything with the money or anything like that. Yeah. So and then also I forget her name. She was also amazing. She was in the top 3, and it was like Baby something. She was incredible. She was an amazing dancer also, and it was sort of a crime that she didn't win either. But so the ending of that was super fascinating, because like most reality shows, they filmed me winning, and being who I am, I was kind of like, whoa, that's crazy. Oh my God, that's insane. That's so cool. Wow. And then after they filmed that and all the confetti and everything, they were like, so we're going to film that again. Just be more excited. And I was like, are you fucking serious right now? I don't know. And so I was like even less. I was like, wow, yay, woo, I did it. And they were like, all right, we're just going to use the first take. Which, maybe underwhelming on camera, but it was legit. I was like, I didn't expect to win. What the fuck? This is insane. I wasn't like, woo, because I'm not that person. Genuinely. But anyway, that's the Dance Showdown story. It was really fun. I actually liked it. The crew was nice. Everybody on the show was nice. whatever. I'm not gonna put anybody on blast, but I really liked everybody on the show pretty much. You know what? There is a story that I will tell. Was from season 2 of Dance Showdown. I think, yeah, I was on the third season. On season 2 of Dance Showdown, there was a dance instructor who I loved. I was like, I want her. And when season 3 came around, she was back, and I was like, oh my god, I want her to be my dance instructor. She's amazing. And then it was Maxine, and I was like kind of bummed, like a little bit, and I started learning with Maxine more and getting to know Maxine. And I was like, man, Maxine's fucking cool. Like, I'm glad I got Maxine. And then I told her, I like pulled her aside, and I was like, hey Maxine, I just want to admit something to you. And she's like, okay. And I was like, when we were getting started, like I was really hoping to get this other dancer. But now that I've been dancing with you, like I'm really happy I got you, and I couldn't see it any other way. And she was like, oh my god. So that was a nice little moment from that, I guess. But anyway, that's my Dance Showdown story. Woo! And I won, and it was great. And I didn't use any of my money. I just paid my taxes, which was a lot because it was like the first time I was really making a lot of money on YouTube, and I didn't know how taxes worked, and so that was great. I probably would have been in the hole and horrible and down on my luck if I didn't win. So that was great. Yay! There you go. Hanson was also done narration work for several episodes of Did You Know Gaming. That is true. And you know what's funny? I don't know if I should go into this. You know what? I will next time on GameGrumps it. And you will find out what's funny next time on GameGrumps. Goodbye.